Well, good morning. Welcome to another edition of Take 5. It is Monday, November 21st, 2011. We are in Luke chapter 6, verse 12. In those days he went out to the mountain to pray, and all night he continued in prayer to God. And when day came, he called his disciples and chose from them 12, whom he named apostles: Simon, whom he named Peter, and Andrew his brother, and James, and John, and Philip, and Bartholomew, and Matthew, and Thomas, and James the son of Alphaeus, and Simon who was called the Zealot, and Judas the son of James, and Judas Iscariot, who became a traitor. Alright. As I'm teaching Luke, I'm trying to come up with different things to emphasize than I did in Matthew and Mark. And what I want to emphasize today is how Jesus approached choosing his 12 apostles. He approached it through prayer. And I think we need to pray about who our close relationships are going to be. We need to pray about sometimes if it's time to distance ourselves or remove ourselves from those relationships. It says in Psalm chapter 1, "Blessed is the man who does not walk in the way of sinners or stand with the ungodly." I would just tell you, in the last several years, my friends have changed, or the people that I thought were my friends have changed, and I prayed about it. I prayed that God would make it clear who I should be friends with and who I shouldn't. And there were some surprises there, and I am becoming friends and getting closer and closer to some people that maybe a couple years ago I didn't think was possible, but they stuck with me. As my t-shirt says here, they never gave up, and they loved me and they corrected me, and so they've become friends of mine. There are others who weren't loyal, who constantly were stabbing me in the back, constantly trying to create trouble for me, and I prayed about that, and they're not my friends anymore. I'm talking about even in the church. So, Jesus didn't pick everybody to be his apostles. He picked the ones that God wanted him. God, his Father, wanted him to pick, and he did that through prayer. And prayer really will make these things clear. What I'm saying is, don't be doing this stuff haphazardly. Don't just decide you're going to be my friend or you're not going to be my friend haphazardly. Go to God with it. Ask him to show you. Because again, somebody you might think is on the other side that's kind of against you may really have your best interest at heart. That's what I've found. Others who I thought had my best interest at heart were always creating trouble for me. And even on Facebook, since that's the social network and the social outlet you're watching through right now, I will tell you this. I was having all kinds of difficulty getting into all sorts of trouble, people misrepresenting me, and I disfriended 4 people. I asked God to show me who was doing this, figured it out, he showed me. I disfriended 4 people. I haven't had no more issues since then. So the nice thing about Facebook, you don't have to let everybody in your life. You can put security measures there and choose who your Facebook friends are going to be. But you pray about these things. See, that's what Jesus did. He went in the mountains, he prayed all night, and then he chose. And that's the other point I want to make, is it's a choice. Sometimes we become friends because we're put in the same situation, same classroom, or on the same team, or something like that. But for the most part, we can choose who our friends are. That's kind of exciting, actually. And some people won't respond to it, but you can choose who your friends are going to be, and if they don't respond, well, you choose somebody else, but you ask God to show you. Hopefully this has been helpful for you. Relationships are very important, but better to have, I will just say that right now, better to have no relationships than have the wrong relationships. So pray about it. God will make it clear who you need to have relationships with. All right? And you need to have some. So God will help you with that. Come back tomorrow for the next edition of Take 5.